Former intelligence official David Grush made explosive claims in yesterday's House Oversight Subcommittee hearing about a possible U.S. government cover-up about contact it had with UFOs. But the classified nature of what he knows prevented him from elaborating or providing evidence to back up his allegations. Congressman Jared Moskowitz told reporters that the committee is planning a workaround where Grush can finally reveal what he knows. Let's watch.
I'm going to be sending a letter. I'm going to be working with members of the Oversight Committee to get Mr. Grush into a SCIF. You heard a lot of his answers today that are classified information that he provided to the Inspector General. We want to see that. And so I think that's the next step here, is to get that information in a secure facility.
Grush may have been limited in what he could say publicly, but he and the other two witnesses, former Navy pilots Ryan Graves and David Fravor, delivered more jaw-dropping allegations. Let's listen.
The objects that are being seen by commercial pilots are performing maneuvers that are unexplainable due to our current understanding of our technology and our capabilities as a country, and that applies for the military as well.
Mr. Fravor?
Yeah, I concur with that. We have nothing that can stop in midair and go the other direction, nor do we have anything that can, like in our situation, come down from space, hang out for 3 hours, and go back up.
Thank you. My last question, and sometimes I know that you have also said some of these answers in the past, but we're trying to get them on the public record as well, which is really important. Mr. Grush, finally, do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
And where?
I know the exact locations.
Right, and they follow that up by saying, he has all this information, but it's classified and he can't reveal it in that setting. So they're talking about setting up the SCIF, that's the secure room where there are no phones, no cameras, and he could actually provide that information. I mean, that is clearly what needs to happen, because everybody wants the truth. Everybody wants, if there's evidence, they want to hear it. And we want names named. What are the agencies? Who are the people who work for them, who are involved in what has been described as a cover-up of the actual recovery of alien or otherworldly, off-world technology, and that is beyond the American government's ability to manufacture, and also bodies of non-human entities that were piloting those crafts.
Right. So you have David Grush making some really, really big claims here. And we had Tim Burchett go and meet with several officials with the Pentagon. And the Pentagon, it was the assumption that they would get briefed, right? And then upon arriving there, they were not allowed in the room where the briefing was happening. They were not going to give them the information that they wanted. They refused to answer questions about the whistleblower allegations. And so this is an interesting workaround where you have David Grush, who has conducted, 40 plus interviews over the past 4 years, who might be able to tell them something that the Pentagon is refusing to. But of course, he's saying this is classified information. So it sounds like Grush is a bit concerned about his personal position here. We also had Matt Gaetz claim that he saw a photo of, biologics or something, which kind of sounds like Matt Gaetz, just like, hey, I want to be involved too. Like, you guys are talking about aliens. Like, what about me, guys?
Well, people, that, speaks to even people in our, who was the president? Wasn't it Jimmy Carter who said that he believed because he'd seen something?
Oh, that sounds right.
I think it was Jimmy Carter.
We'll ask our producers to follow up on it.
They're looking into that. I believe it was Jimmy Carter.
He was out in the peanut fields, and just UFOs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just all over the place. No, we're taking this. This is being taken seriously, which is good.
Yes.
Because we know the government lacks transparency, and we know it's hiding things. I'm very interested in the response that we don't have technology, crafts that can quickly change direction. What the witness was describing there. My understanding, I was reading this great article in National Review yesterday about prior UFO UAP sightings that have been where a pilot saw something, and then an explanation has been provided for it, and in the majority of those cases, the explanation was it was a U.S. Craft. It was something the government created.
Yes.
So given that has previously been the explanation for a lot of things, like if the government has technology we're not aware of, they wouldn't tell us. That's perfectly plausible. Like we're talking about how they were funding all sorts of dangerous research experiments in Wuhan, China, in unsafe lab conditions that they don't want to admit. Like even now that they're being forced to, they don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
So people need to check and say, well, that's the U.S. government couldn't do that. No, they certainly could have technology and could have designed planes that don't resemble what's publicly available. So I think people need to not, so easily dismiss that explanation and say, no, it must be off-world technology.
Right. Could have been Russia, could have been China, could have been another
Could have been that too,
technological superpower. So our producers did say that Jimmy Carter saw a UFO in Georgia in 1969. So perhaps they were, courting him for the position of human ambassador to the aliens. But he ran for president, which disqualified him, and they're just waiting for someone like me to come along.
That's going to be your position. I know you're deeply excited for it. You're seeking it.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to be confirmed by the Senate, I guess.
Perhaps I'll have to attend a hearing like this one and promise to, publicly disclose information, declassify it. Yes, absolutely. Make it all available. Be a good ambassador, good liaison between the humans and the aliens.
I think you'd be just terrific. The issue with the skiff is that we're not going to hear what gets said.
Right.
They're going to hear. And then they're going to bring their concerns, them being, Tim Burchett and other people. And then hopefully bring their concerns to the relevant agency. There's got to be legislation to, force these agencies. Again, we're always circling the same problem, that there's a component of the government that has taken on a life of its own. This administrative state that is totally removed from democratic accountability and is immune to changes in government composition, to one party going in, another coming in, or one going out, another coming in. Mm-hmm. It's the same procedures. It's the same secretive designs, and we want that changed and unmasked and disclosed. But so many of our legislators who even talk a good game about doing that, see, like that's all they're doing is talking. Is they go on TV and promise changes and then they don't deliver anything.
Yes, but yesterday was a good start. Let's look at another key moment from yesterday's hearing where retired Commander David Fravor describes this highly advanced technology that he witnessed. Let's watch.
In your career, have you ever seen a propulsion system that creates no thermal exhaust?
No.
Can you describe how the aircraft maneuvered?
Abruptly, very determinate. It knew exactly what it was doing. It was aware of our presence, and it had acceleration rates. I mean, it went from 0 to matching our speed in no time at all.
Now, if the fastest plane on Earth was trying to do these maneuvers that you saw, would it be capable of doing that?
No, not even close.
And just to confirm, this object had no wings, correct?
No wings.
I love this hearing. I love this hearing because they're like, can you describe it? And he's like, it was so fast. And they're like, how fast? And he's like,
really
this fast. It's pretty clear that, as you pointed out, Robbie, there could be this kind of technology that the U.S. government and military has that not everyone who is, a commander in the military knows about. That's reasonable, but I would like to believe that it is aliens.
I'm willing to. I get accused. Our viewers don't like when I sound dismissive of the alien possibility. I am not dismissing it. Mm-hmm. I think it is possible, but it is an extraordinary claim, and extraordinary claims require proof. And then I ask, where's the proof? And then people will say, well, but this person says that he spoke to this person, and this person actually saw something. That's not anything. I want to show me that. I want to see the crafts. I want to see the bodies. I want to see that stuff. Then I will believe. Show me something that is actually persuasive, and I would accept it.
Is it reasonable to believe, Robbie, that the aliens just don't want to hang out with us because we don't seem like great guys to hang out with?
We don't seem like a cool planet.
Yeah, we don't seem like,
story of my life.
I don't know, we're nice people. We just shoot guns for fun and kill people and start wars with each other. And they're like,
well, you think they're so innocent?
I want to interact with these people. What?
You think they're so innocent?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, clashes. The closest thing we have, if we were actually being visited by an alien civilization, yes. I just worry it will go the way clashes of civilization on Earth went, which was usually with,
violence,
severe disease and violence.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
The disease part is what I really worry about.
Are the aliens sterile? Are they, clean? Is the spaceship clean?
Do they have? I mean, we can't even. We don't know how they'll physical form.
Here's the crossover you need, Robbie. Is this the real COVID origin story? I don't know. It came from an alien spacecraft, a UAP. They recovered biologics, and it was they had COVID.
Yes, I'm sure the proximal origins people, the Eco Health Alliance would love if that was the explanation. I don't think it came from right here. Planet Earth. More Rising right after this.